Hello everybody, it's Max Convexity. I hope everyone's having a great evening. I wanted to take a chance to look at these Defiance option strategy funds and their option strategies for tomorrow. This is Max and Jax After Dark, and Jax is messing with me right now. He's doing his part. He doesn't like it when I start talking to the computer. He doesn't understand who I'm talking to. Sorry, Jackson. You just have to behave. You just have to behave, Jackson. All right. Let's look at these three funds. Let's start with IWMY. These guys trade the Russell 2000. For tomorrow, they sold 493 puts at the 1950 strike level for $13.33. Okay, that gives us a break even of 1936.67. All that is 1950 less 1333. Strike price less the price of the option, the price you received, gives you your break even for the trade. So we're looking for a close on the Russell somewhere north of 1936, preferably up here by 1950 for tomorrow. Now the other day they made 600,000, or I take that back, they made 300,000. The day before that they made 600,000. The day before that they made a full profit, 660,000. We'll see how they do tomorrow. Their shares have been the same at 5 million. Their assets under management have gone up due to the winning they've been doing lately. So if they win tomorrow, they'll still be underwater 68 cents for the month, which, oh my gosh, oh well. All right, now look at JEPY. I think some of the money that may have been coming out of this fund, and really doesn't look like any money's been coming out. They haven't, well, they did lose a few shares. Actually, some money has been coming out of this fund. Yeah, some money's been coming out of this fund. Well, I think I figured out where it's going. Look at JEPY. JEPY had 5.9 million shares a few days ago. Now they have 6.1. They've added shares, and they added about 5 million under management. And they have been winning a lot also. They've added 1 million or so in winnings, but 4 million of that is actual asset growth. So let's see if they have a winning trade tomorrow. They'll be up 21 cents on the month. Okay, now let's look at JEPY. Well, first of all, let's go back to IWMY. Let's finish up with that. Let's finish up with IWMY. So let's look at this graphically. So 1950 strike for 1333. So let's see what this chart looks like. Okay, these are the profit boxes. This profit box is way too big. I need to make it smaller. Okay, so 1950s, the strike price, it's also the max profit. So it's where we're going to put the top line of the profit box. Then the first section of the profit box goes down to wherever the close was the day before. That represents the in the money amount of this trade, or the intrinsic value. All right, and then whatever else remains, Jackson, behave, please. Whatever else remains is extrinsic value. So 1950 less 13 would be 1933. I'm sorry, 37. All right, and so this part of the box is going to be yellow. This represents the extrinsic amount, or the time premium. Anyway, but that's a good looking target for tomorrow. Okay, so that's Russell. Let's look at Jackson, behave. Let's look at JEPY. All right, JEPY. These guys sold 231 options at the 48.45 strike price for $14. So let's go see what that looks like graphically. These guys trade the SPX, so we have to bring up the SPX. We can see they finished well over the other day's profit box. They started over it, and they were just never in it. They were in the max profit land all day. It was a tremendous day for these guys. 48.45. All right, so we got to draw the top line up here at 48.45. That is the strike price, so that is also the max profit. It doesn't look like they got a lot of intrinsic. That intrinsic box is pretty small. They didn't sell very far in the money, just by the looks of it graphically. They got 14.33 for the option, so this box needs to be $14.33 tall, if that makes any sense. So let's just look up here at what the number says. Break-even number is 48.30. All right, 48.30.62. So we'll go right here to 48.30.62. That's 59, but it's close enough. All right. That's a pretty good looking profit box. I've seen worse. That's a pretty nice size target for these guys to aim for tomorrow. Looks like a plenty of buffer. All right, so the last one to check, and the work's already done on it, is QQQY. These guys sold 159 options at the 17,350 level. Boy, they really rolled that strike up far after, just the day before was 17,040. They really hit a home run the other day. They got $82.67. So let's look at this graphically. I've already drawn the profit box there. There it is. I'm also overlaying the NASDAQ volatility index down here, NASDAQ IV, and you can see IV still fairly high. It's not as low as it was, a week or two ago. It kind of spiked on that one down day and it's kind of stayed up. So hopefully it'll stay up. Whenever it goes low, whenever it gets low and stays low, that's when you have the serious volatility compression, and then these funds have to cut the dividend, or they don't really cut the dividend, but they aren't able to earn as much. That happened to them in December, to all of these funds. All right, so yeah, that's a good looking profit box as well. Now let's go back to the spreadsheet and see if these guys added shares, see if this fund is growing or not. All right, so no, the share count's the same, and they did add some dollars, but the dollars are coming from the big winning trades they've been having lately. So this fund is staying the same, but the one that grew is JEPI. It looks like people are piling into JEPI for whatever reason. JEPI's a great fund. Nothing wrong with that. Let's look at stock index futures, then I'll let you guys go. Get on with the rest of your night. Well, what do you know? Stock index futures are blowing up. They're not really blowing up, but hell, we're up 0.5%. I mean, that's not blowing up, maybe the wrong word. Let's see where the open was. Jackson, what are you chewing, buddy? The open's right here. They're up 10 points or something. Knock it off, Jax. Oh my gosh, that dog. All right, so that's good for the NASDAQ. S&P is up 0.25 basis point, 0.27. Russell is up 0.5 point too. Futures look good overnight. I'll be back about 8:20, 8:30 in the morning, and we'll see how this opens up. We'll see where futures are and see how we're looking for the day ahead. All right, guys, have a wonderful evening. Thank you very much.